Hi, my name is Coach Judith. I am going to be your quarantine coding club coach. It's kind of hard to say. I wanted to tell you a little bit about what we're doing, a little bit about myself, and then we'll get started. So, the Quarantine Coding Club has been running for a couple weeks now, as those of us in San Diego and probably throughout the country and throughout the world have been quarantined to our homes. We were given a stay at home order by our governor, and we are all working at home and stuck in the house. So, I have been teaching coding to children for about 6 years, and prior to that, worked in industry. And we have now made the transition to teaching all of our classes that used to be in a classroom online. The way these classes work, and the way this class is going to work today, we are going to watch a video together that my coworker Stephen made. And throughout the video, I'm going to pause it and we'll chat about it. Mostly it'll be me chatting because you're just watching this video. But I'll give you some of my thoughts, maybe try to explain some of the things Stephen is talking about. And then what I'm hoping is that no matter how you're watching this content, that you will think about these same issues and ideas and come to some of your own conclusions. So let's get that set up now. And here goes.
In the last episode, I worked on building faster creative pipelines for this show, and I had some success. Before doing that, I was finishing well into the night. After one design cycle, things were already better.
Okay, so that little person in the corner there, that is Stephen. And for those of you who haven't seen any of our episodes before, Stephen has previously talked about how he's used code to create these videos and to make them faster to create. He was spending like 8 hours to create a 5-minute video. And by using code, because he's a coder and we're hoping all of you will soon be coders, he was able to speed that process up. So let's get back to where we were, like right around here, and watch some more.
Better. It raises the question, though, do I take the path on the right and do another cycle, or do I pick the one on the left? This episode has 5 parts. If I had to name them, I'd pick crossroads, left, right, dilemmas, and decision.
All right, so in the last few episodes, Stephen has come up with a format that some of you will now see as familiar. He creates a 5-minute video, and each minute has a different topic. In this case, we are 30 seconds into this 5-minute video. We are in the crossroads section of the video where he's talking about which way should he go, left or right. And so we're going to see crossroads as one, left will be the second minute, right will be the third minute, etc. Here goes.
In this 5-minute episode, we'll use an old trick that every chess player knows. Before you make a move, you imagine your options in as much detail as possible.
How many of you guys play chess? I have played chess. I would not say I'm a great chess player, but wondering how many people play chess. A lot of people that code also play chess.
So, in the left minute, we'll try to get concrete about what I would do if I were to take the left path. And in right, we'll try to get concrete about the other path. Then we'll see if that exercise in clarity makes the dilemma any easier.
So, for those of you who don't play chess, you still probably have come up with a pros and cons list or some way of determining how you make a decision. What are some things that are important to you now that were important to you in the past that you had to make a big decision? And what did you do to help make that decision? Did you create a pros and cons list? Did you decide cost benefit analysis? That's another term that people use. What did you do to help yourself make decisions?
In the last minute, I'll discuss my path forward. My plan to help ASAP is to start connecting people.
Okay, so this is the beginning of the left minute. We just did the crossroads, and now we're going to do minute number 2, which is the left side.
I would make flyers with QR codes on them. Each would have a brief call to action, like, stay connected, San Diego.
Okay, so we are in San Diego. Stephen and I both live and work in San Diego. I'm sure that some of you are elsewhere in the world. So this problem that Stephen's trying to solve is now that we are all stuck in our houses, how can we help one another? How can he help people? And so this left minute is one idea of a way that he can help San Diegans get through this stay-at-home order.
The QR code would link to a website with a message that explains that staying connected is crucial.
All right, just want to clarify what a QR code, for those of you who haven't seen those before, they are square codes that you typically use a computer or your cell phone and you scan them and it will bring you, just when you scan it, to a website. This www is indicating the internet because all websites or most websites start with those three letters. And then this is an HTML, a meta HTML tag. So Stephen is saying that if you were walking in your neighborhood, because we're all allowed to go outside and walk for exercise to stay healthy, and you saw one of his flyers, you might scan it, and then it will bring you to this website where it says, hey, let's connect. So this is, remember, his left side of the left minute.
It would ask people to join a Facebook group that I would create. And then I would just wait and see how many people joined. Connecting.
All right, so here's one idea. In order to connect people, but remember, Stephen is a coder, so and also that we are not able to connect in person. So his idea here is that you create these flyers, you walking through the neighborhood, you scan them, it brings you the website, and the website says, hey, let's all join a Facebook group. So for those of you who have Facebook accounts, that would be great. You join this group, and then everybody that saw the flyer would be able to connect in Facebook.
People provides value to anyone who isn't already connected on platforms like Nextdoor. And the more digital connectivity, the better.
Okay, so digital connectivity is really all we have right now, right? I guess we can talk to each other on the phone. But he mentioned a couple other websites like Nextdoor. Maybe your neighborhood has a Nextdoor. My neighborhood actually has a Facebook group already of people trying to help each other find stuff that they need within the neighborhood. So people asking, where are paper towels available today on Monday morning? Or I have run out of flour. Where can I go find it? And other people who've been out at the stores can respond.
This also will give me a pool of early adopters for any other systems I might build.
Early adopters. Anybody heard that word before? Early adopters. It's used usually in technology companies, maybe in Silicon Valley. Early adopters are typically people who are the first ones to say, yeah, this is a great idea, or the first people to use your product, or the first people to use software. So Stephen is going to create a pool of these early adopters who have joined his Facebook group and want to connect with one another.
Those with a business background may notice that I'm using an idea called a sales funnel. Of those who see.
So, wondering how many of you have a business background. Not sure how old the people are who are watching this, but this is a technique that salespeople use to get sales.
See the QR code, some of them won't scan, but some will. Of those seeing the website, some won't join my group, but some will. And on Facebook, some won't provide value to others, but some will.
All right, so let's look at this sales funnel. You start with all of these people that are walking through the neighborhood. Maybe 100 people are walking through the neighborhood in a week, and they see this flyer. And maybe only 50 of them scan the QR code. So this X, maybe 50 of those people dropped out. Of the 50 people that scanned the QR code and it went to Stephen's website, maybe only 25 of them actually went on to the Facebook group. So 25 people dropped out. But now you have 25 people in a Facebook group. But let's say only 12 or 13 of those people are participating in the Facebook group. Others are just sitting there in the group. So you started with 100 people. You ended up with 12 or 13 people who are actually connecting through the Facebook group. And that is the sales funnel.
I can build this value funnel. Frankly, so could you. To get an idea of my creativity pipeline,
okay.
Imagine.
Just want to point out that was the end of the left minute. Now we're going to go into another idea that Stephen has to help people in San Diego. But he did point out at the very end that probably some of you could also create a flyer with a QR code and a website and a Facebook group. So this isn't something that only Stephen could do. You guys could do it too.
Imagine an episode that's only 5 seconds long. For my audio, I might say, this short episode is just 1 sentence long. Oops, I lied. For the illustration, I might start with 1 second.
Did you guys catch Steven's little joke there? So he was trying to, instead of creating a 5-minute video, which is what we are watching as a 5-minute video of Steven's, he is now talking about creating a 5-second video with each second having a part of a sentence. But then, oops, he lied, because oops, I lied is another sentence. So he said the episode was going to be 1 sentence long, but oops, he lied. That was his little Steven joke.
Second of blank paper, then draw a camera to represent the episode, then I might label the camera with the number 1, then I might add the word sentence, and so on. For each piece of audio, there might be an MP3 file.
Okay, so now Steven is writing a little bit of meta code here. So in each episode, there is going to be an audio file that has that's an MP3. And then I guess he's going to add some video. Let's keep watching.
Let's just say they're all 1 second long. For the video, I might have 1 second of blank paper. That's easy. But my illustration.
Okay, so here he's going to show you in his code, he's broken it down. So there's going to be 5 video pieces, so maybe different pictures, and 5 audio pieces, which would be 1 sentence long, but maybe not, because oops, he lied. And this is sort of his meta code here, where he's figuring out how to organize the video.
Illustration of the camera would be as long as it takes me to draw and color in a camera. Let's say that's 2 seconds. Ideally, I would feed my whole project folder into my code, and out would pop the XML.
Okay, so what he talked about in one of the prior videos is that he uses a software program called Shotcut to create these videos that we're watching. And Shotcut takes in XML files, which is a markup language. And Steven has written code that he showed us in one of the prior episodes that creates these XML files that he then feeds into Shotcut, which makes creating the videos faster for him.
For me to edit in Shotcut. But with my video automatically sped up or slowed down as necessary, that would save me hours of.
Okay, so that is what we talked about in one of the prior episodes, that he wrote this code that created these XML files that allowed him to speed up and slow down what we are watching. So I don't know if you saw how quickly he is drawing. Let's just look at that really quickly. His hand is obviously going faster, what we're looking at, than what it did in real life. Let's
with
just
my
watch.
video automatically sped up or
See how
slowed
fast
down as necessary.
his fingers are
that
moving
would
there?
save me hours of hand editing.
Okay, so that is the conclusion of the 3rd minute of the 5-minute video, and that is also the conclusion of my commentary on the video. We're going to stop here, and there will be a second response video that you can also watch to see the last 2 minutes of this video.